What if I told you that your heart could stop beating while you're peacefully asleep? No warning, no second chance, just one quiet night, and then nothing. Sounds terrifying, right? But for millions of adults over the age of 60, this silent killer is a very real threat. Every single night, people go to bed completely unaware that one or more of their bedtime habits could be pushing their heart toward failure, and they won't even feel it happening. In fact, according to recent health data, over 50% of nighttime heart failures in seniors happen with no obvious symptoms during the day. You feel fine until you don't wake up. And the scariest part? These deadly habits are things most of us do every single night without giving them a second thought. If you're over 60, or if you love someone who is a parent, a partner, a grandparent, I urge you to watch this video till the very end, because what you're about to discover could literally save a life tonight. Coming up, I'll reveal the 3 nighttime habits that are quietly putting your heart at risk, and how you can reverse the danger before it's too late. Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Reeves. I'm a cardiovascular health researcher and certified nutrition specialist, and for the past 18 years, I've studied one of the most misunderstood areas of human health: how your daily habits, and especially the ones you repeat at night, silently shape your heart's future. Now here's something most people don't realize. Your heart isn't resting while you sleep. In fact, it's working just as hard, if not harder, than it does during the day. As your body enters sleep mode, your heart enters its own critical maintenance mode. It adjusts your blood pressure, controls your breathing rhythm, restores tissue, and keeps oxygen moving to your brain. It's a busy behind-the-scenes engine, and if anything goes wrong during that time, it can go very, very wrong. This is especially important as we age. After age 60, your heart muscle naturally begins to lose strength. Arteries become less flexible. Electrical signals may misfire. The wear and tear that started in your 40s, it all starts catching up, and nighttime becomes the riskiest time for your heart. It's no surprise then that over 70% of sudden cardiac deaths in older adults occur between midnight and 6 a.m. While you're sound asleep, your heart could be under silent attack. But here's the shocking part. In nearly every case we studied, these episodes weren't caused by rare diseases or genetic defects. They were caused by common nighttime habits, small things that most people do every evening, never realizing the damage they're doing. Tonight, I want to walk you through the 3 most dangerous nighttime habits for anyone over 60. These are habits that seem harmless, even comforting, but inside your body, they're triggering blood pressure spikes, irregular heartbeats, and inflammation that your aging heart simply can't handle. We'll start with a habit that over 80% of Americans admit to, something that overloads your digestive system and forces your heart to work overtime instead of recovering. Habit number 2, it affects your brain and nervous system. It's sneaky, addictive, and directly disrupts your heart's rhythm regulation. But habit number 3, this one shocked even me, because almost 90% of people over 60 do it every night without fail. It's the most dangerous of them all, and the worst part is, we think it's completely normal. Stick with me, I'll walk you through all 3 one by one and explain not just why they're risky, but what you can do tonight to replace them with safer, heart-healthy alternatives. Because awareness is power, and tonight that power could protect your life, or the life of someone you love. Let's talk about what's really happening inside your body at night, because the danger isn't random, it's biological. Think of your heart like a hard-working engine. It runs 24/7, no vacations, no breaks, and just like any engine, when it's older, more worn down, and poorly maintained, it's more likely to give out when it's under strain. Now, during sleep, your body enters what's supposed to be a healing state. Your heart rate should slow down, blood pressure drops slightly, your parasympathetic nervous system, that's the body's rest and recover mode, kicks in. But if you've got plaque build-up in your arteries, if your blood pressure's unstable, Or if your heart rhythm isn't regulated correctly, then nighttime isn't healing time. It becomes crisis time. Why? Because your body is more vulnerable at night. You're lying flat, gravity shifts your blood pressure, and the signals your brain sends to your heart slow down. If something goes wrong in that delicate balance, boom, your heart can misfire. And it doesn't take a full heart attack. Sometimes it's just a moment of arrhythmia, a sudden drop in oxygen, or an artery narrowing silently in the dark. Let me share a story. There was a man named Walter, 67 years old, retired teacher, healthy on the surface, no major complaints, took walks every morning, ate pretty well. One night, he went to bed just like any other, watched TV with his wife, had a snack, kissed her goodnight. By morning, he was gone. The autopsy showed a sudden cardiac arrhythmia, but there was no warning, no chest pain, no heart attack symptoms, just silence. His mistake? A simple nightly routine that created the perfect storm inside his body, one that millions of people repeat every single day without knowing. And that's what makes this so terrifying. These heart events don't always come with big signs. No dramatic collapse, no frantic calls to 911. Sometimes the only sign is you don't wake up. But here's the truth. It's not fate, it's not luck, it's patterns that are predictable and preventable. And that's exactly what we're about to uncover. 3 bedtime habits that can either push your heart into danger or pull it back to safety. Let's dive into the first major danger, and it's one almost all of us are guilty of: eating late at night. Now, I get it, you had a long day, dinner ran late. Maybe you grabbed something extra after 8 p.m, a slice of pizza, a heavy sandwich, maybe dessert while watching TV. Sounds normal, right? Harmless? Not quite. When you eat heavy, fatty or high-carb meals late at night, especially within 2 to 3 hours of bedtime, your body shifts into digestive overdrive at the exact time it should be winding down and repairing. Here's what's happening under the hood. Your digestive system requires extra blood flow to process food. That means your heart has to work harder, pumping more blood toward your stomach instead of focusing on cell recovery, blood pressure regulation and rhythm stability. In other words, while you're trying to sleep, your heart is stuck juggling 2 jobs: protect and digest. And for an aging heart, that double duty can be overwhelming. A 2022 Harvard study found that people who regularly consumed heavy meals after 8 p.m. experienced a 38% increase in nighttime heart stress, including elevated blood pressure, irregular heart rate, and delayed parasympathetic recovery. Even worse, late-night eating disrupts your sleep cycles, and poor sleep by itself is a major cardiovascular risk factor. It's a vicious cycle. And before you say, well, I don't eat that much at night, ask yourself this. Are you snacking on chips, sweets, processed meats, or dairy-heavy foods before bed? Because even those light-seeming bites can spark acid reflux, increased heart rate, and pressure on your circulatory system. This doesn't mean you have to starve yourself at night. It means your heart needs a break. And the best way to give it one is by finishing dinner no later than 7 or 7:30 p.m. If you must eat something close to bedtime, stick with something light, like a banana, a handful of almonds, or a small herbal tea. Look, we're not asking for perfection, just awareness, because your late-night eating habit might be comforting, but your heart sees it as a fight. If this sounds like you, and you've been eating after 8 p.m, go ahead and drop a comment below that says, "I've been doing this." Our team will be in the comments sharing safe, heart-friendly dinner ideas that won't disrupt your sleep or strain your ticker. It's never too late to change a pattern, and sometimes all it takes is shifting your mealtime to give your heart a much-needed break. Let's move on to habit number 2, and this one might surprise you, because it's something almost all of us do without thinking twice. Scrolling through your phone, watching Netflix, or checking emails in bed right before sleep. We live in a digital world, but your body, it's still wired like it was thousands of years ago. And your heart pays the price when your nightly screen time runs into the danger zone. Here's why. The blue light emitted from screens, whether it's your phone, tablet, or television, suppresses melatonin, the hormone that tells your body it's time to rest. Without melatonin, your brain doesn't enter deep sleep and your heart doesn't get to regulate its rhythm properly. But it gets even deeper. Blue light also spikes your cortisol levels. That's the stress hormone. Elevated cortisol before bed can lead to a faster resting heart rate, increased blood pressure, and lower heart rate variability, all major red flags for nighttime cardiac stress. In fact, a study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology found that just 30 minutes of screen exposure before bed reduces heart rate variability by 18% in adults over 60, which means the heart isn't adapting well to changes during the night. Overstimulation from shows, social media, or even news can also trigger adrenaline and keep your nervous system stuck in fight or flight, the opposite of where it needs to be for healing and protection. Watching TV in bed with the lights off, that might be one of the biggest hidden dangers after 60, because your eyes are strained, your brain is wired, and your heart is still on alert when it should be powering down. So what should you do instead? Try switching to low stimulation activities at least 60 minutes before bed. Here are a few heart-smart alternatives: gentle stretching or yoga. Just 5 minutes helps reduce tension in the heart and chest area. Candlelight reading, not on your tablet, but an actual book. Use a soft amber or red lamp instead of bright LED lighting. Deep breathing exercises. Inhale 4 counts, exhale 6. This slows your heart rate naturally. Or simply sit in silence and gratitude, allowing your nervous system to settle. Your heart doesn't need a thriller show at 10:30 p.m. It needs peace, rhythm, and calm. That's the real show it's trying to put on, and you have the power to direct it. So tonight, power down earlier, turn off the phone, step away from the screens, and give your heart the quiet it deserves. Now let's talk about the third and perhaps most dangerous bedtime habit of all. One that affects nearly 90% of people over 60, yet goes almost completely ignored: how you sleep and how you breathe while you sleep. Your sleeping position can literally be the difference between safe, steady breathing and a sudden stop in the middle of the night. Here's the science in simple terms. When you sleep on your back, gravity pulls your tongue and soft tissues backward, which can partially or fully block your airway. This restricts oxygen flow, forces your heart to pump harder, and can cause your blood oxygen levels to drop dangerously low. Even sleeping on your side, if done without proper head and neck alignment, can lead to airway restriction and strain on your heart. This is how sleep apnea starts. It's a condition where your breathing pauses repeatedly throughout the night, sometimes hundreds of times, and each pause sends a stress signal straight to your heart. And here's the terrifying part. Millions of seniors have undiagnosed sleep apnea. They think their snoring is just snoring. But behind those loud snores, the body is fighting to survive, and sometimes it loses. George was one of those people. He was 63, retired, a funny, lovable guy who snored like a bear, according to his wife. They used to laugh about it. He'd wake up tired but brushed it off. One morning he didn't wake up. An autopsy revealed he died of cardiac arrest, triggered by a severe case of undiagnosed sleep apnea. His heart had been under pressure for years every night, and nobody knew. So if you or your partner snores, if you gasp, choke, or toss around at night, don't ignore it. It could be your heart's early cry for help. Try sleeping on your left side. It improves circulation and puts less pressure on your lungs. Use a wedge pillow to keep your airways open. And if snoring is constant, talk to your doctor about a sleep study. This one change, how you position your body in bed, could literally save your life. If you or someone you love snores, don't scroll past this. Hit like and comment below. Snore check. This is your early warning, and we're listening. Now that we've uncovered the 3 most dangerous nighttime habits, let's talk about what to do instead. Because the good news is, your heart is incredibly resilient, and with just a few small changes, you can give it the care and recovery it deserves every single night. Let's start with something simple: hydration. Yes, your heart needs water, but not too much, especially before bed. About 4 to 6 ounces of water 30 to 60 minutes before sleep is enough to keep your blood flowing without waking you up multiple times to use the bathroom, which can actually increase your heart rate from broken sleep. Next, let's talk about smart nighttime snacks. If you're feeling a little hungry before bed, go for magnesium or calcium-rich options that actually promote heart health and relaxation. A banana. It's full of potassium and magnesium, which help regulate heartbeat and relax blood vessels. A small glass of warm milk, rich in calcium and naturally calming, or a few unsalted almonds, great for steady blood sugar and heart rhythm. Avoid processed snacks or sugary desserts. Those only spike your blood sugar and force your heart to stay active when it should be recovering. Now, one of the most powerful things you can do for your heart at night: guided sleep meditation or breath work. And no, you don't have to be a yogi or expert. Try this. Before bed, sit quietly and do 5 minutes of deep breathing. Inhale through your nose for 4 counts, hold for 2, and exhale through your mouth for 6 counts. That's it. This simple rhythm slows your heart rate, lowers blood pressure, and signals your nervous system that it's time to rest. You can also use free guided meditations from YouTube or apps like Insight Timer or Calm. Even just 10 minutes can make a difference. And finally, your sleep position matters. As we mentioned earlier, the best position for heart health is often the left side. Why? It improves circulation, reduces acid reflux, and takes pressure off your internal organs. Use a supportive pillow between your knees to keep your spine aligned and keep your head slightly elevated to help your airways stay open. These may seem like small changes, but to your heart, they are acts of love, acts that give it the space to heal, restore, and keep you strong for tomorrow. Because heart health isn't just about avoiding the bad, it's about building better habits, one peaceful night at a time. Let's take a moment to recap what we've learned, because this isn't just about habits, it's about your heart. There are 3 major bedtime routines that could be putting your life, or the life of someone you love, at risk. Number 1, eating late at night. Heavy meals after 8 p.m. force your heart to work overtime when it should be resting. Number 2, screens before sleep. Phones, TVs, tablets, they spike your stress hormones, disrupt your sleep cycle, and keep your heart alert instead of relaxed. Number 3, poor sleep posture and snoring. These aren't just sleep issues, they could be signs of restricted airways and silent heart strain. Now, I want to ask you something important. Take this quick self-check. Do you often eat dinner or snacks late at night? Are you scrolling on your phone or watching TV in bed? Has anyone told you that you snore, or do you wake up feeling unrested? If you answered yes to even 2 out of these 3, it's time to take action, starting tonight. Because your heart has been working hard for you every second of every day for over 60 years. Think about that. Through stress, joy, heartbreak, excitement, it's carried you through all of it. Don't let that incredible engine give out because of one bedtime mistake. You have the power to protect it. You have the choice to make tonight different. And this isn't about fear. It's about love. It's about honoring the body that's been showing up for you since day one. So take a breath, make a change, and know that it's never too late to rewrite the story of your health. One night, one habit at a time. Thank you for spending this time with us. The fact that you're here, that you care enough to learn, to reflect, and to protect your heart says something powerful about you. Whether you're 60, 70, or just someone who loves someone in that age group, what you do tonight could change everything. So here's what I want you to do, right now, before you move on with your day. If you care about your parents, your grandparents, your spouse, or your own heart health, share this video. Someone you love might need this more than you realize. Click like so this message reaches more people. Subscribe to this channel so you never miss a life-saving update, and turn on all notifications because we're just getting started. This channel is here to protect you when no one else will. And before you go, here's a sneak peek. In our next video, we're exposing one common pill that millions of people take every day, but it may be secretly weakening your heart muscle. Stay tuned because your health deserves the truth.